Okay, we shut that off. I come on, and we shut that off, and we should all be okay. All right, somebody start. We got to cut the guy off talking in the background. Hi, everybody. Tom Trento on the 2nd of April. Good to be here once again with you. Our second day of our 1-hour format. As you know, we've been on the air for 3 hours, basically doing a 3-hour radio show, simulcasting it on the internet, but we're switching gears, and we want you to bear with us because this is going to take a couple of weeks. We're putting our TV studio together with bubble gum and duct tape and a few things like that. But if you're interested in expediting the process, CJ, what could they do?
They can donate safely at TrentoVision.tv.
Safely and securely.
Yes.
I hear your voice, but I don't. Oh, there you are.
Here I am.
You are here.
I'm here.
Welcome back. Passover's over.
In a few hours.
Oh, in a few hours.
Yes.
What are you doing here? Cheating?
Yes, exactly. I'm cheating.
That's okay. It's for a good cause. We need you here.
I'm cheating. That's okay. Nobody who would know that I'm cheating would be watching to know that I'm cheating.
Okay. And if they are watching, they're with us. They're with us on this one.
Yeah.
But we have very good people watching. Our friends, our fans, and our enemies too. You know, we have a few enemies out there.
I've heard that.
Occasionally. You know, no big deal. Whenever you take a position, a principled position on anything, that is anathema. It's anathema nowadays in our postmodern relativistic society where, hey, live and let live. Anything goes. You do what you want to do. I do what I want to do. Fine, but you can't run a home like that, let alone a country of 330 million people.
That's correct.
So, but we will live our lives as principled, is that a word, principled, as we possibly can. We have a lot of stuff for you today, folks. We're going to take a look at a fascinating piece of jihad propaganda. As you know, Tom Trento, you're a host for TrentoVision, broadcasting on TrentoVision.tv. That's on the internet side. On the radio side, if you were driving in your automobile or in a home in South Florida, anywhere from Miami to Orlando, that's a couple hundred miles. You push the button that says 1470 AM and you're listening to the show. For those of you just getting in your automobiles, you're on vacation, you're from Canada, and you're here on vacation and you're going to the early bird dinner and you're going to tip your waiter 25 cents. It's nice to have you as a guest.
That is not nice.
Oh my God.
That is not right.
I was a valet
All
years
the
ago.
Canadians I know are good tippers.
Yeah, right. I was a valet at a restaurant in South Florida, very nice restaurant. And whenever I saw those cars with the license plates, whatever.
Je me souviens.
Je me souviens. I knew I was getting metal instead of paper for a tip. I knew that was happening. So we say hello to all our Canuck friends for sure. Keep spending your money down here. We can use it in the economy. We're going to look at a piece of jihad propaganda. We do national security work. It's our background. With me is my co-host over here, CJ, the skinny CJ, fat CJ. Is no longer with us. He's
yes, he is still with us in spirit.
Yes, he's back to the disembodied voice. Yes, he was the disembodied voice. He is going to be back in a few days. He's packing up and moving down here so we can keep the show on the road.
He wants to live closer to the bunker.
Yes, he does. We're deep in the bunker. We're not broadcasting from the Beasley Broadcasting Company any longer. We built our own little television studio. It's not that little. And it's coming together slowly. So we appreciate your patience as we develop the show and bring you, like yesterday, we brought you Pete Hegseth, who is the CEO of Concerned Veterans for America. Phenomenal individual. He spoke on the North Korean situation. And then a little later in the show, we had Hank Cooper, former ambassador, Henry Cooper, under President Reagan, speaking on the EMP, electromagnetic pulse bomb. Serious stuff. But today, what we're going to do, we're going to dig in to this jihad piece of propaganda called In Fight Magazine. It's produced by the Mujahideen in Afghanistan, and it's really a horrible piece of propaganda. But we want to show you the view from the jihadi side as to the prosecution, the Allied prosecution of the war in Afghanistan. We're gonna do that in a little bit. Then we're gonna go over to North Korea, get a little update from our good friend. Man, this guy is just full of laughs. Kim. He thinks he's a king. Kim Jong-un. King Jong-un. He is the probably psychotic young 29-year-old.
He's the probably impotent potentate of North Korea.
Yeah, the Grand Marshal and everything else. We're going to take a look at what the North Koreans are doing, and we're tying that to the Iranians. And we're very concerned about this whole axis of evil. But before we do any of that, I just got an email, and I got to...
Do you have to make a call?
I got to make a call.
I think you got to make a
really
call.
Do. We got all our sites on. I just got a note from Mark next week. I'll tell him that. We got Tea Party Community. Hi, everybody at the Tea Party Community, all 120,000 of you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sure they're all tuned in right now.
Of course.
Tell your friends to tune in.
Tune in. What was it from the 60s?
Tune in,
tune
drop
in,
out.
turn on, and turn on,
Turn on,
tune in, and drop out.
That's what we're going back to.
Timothy Leary?
Yeah. But I got an email that is a blast email from a group called, and this is regarding, I'll tell you the group's name in a second. This is regarding the Pamela Geller conspiracy that we busted up and broke a couple of Fridays ago, about 10 days ago. And we published the infamous string of 7 deadly emails. They're deadly to the writers, that's for sure. The primary writer was a gentleman by the name of Richard Tibbetts from the Interfaith Alliance in Long Island, a phony baloney front organization for leftist Marxist propaganda and support for Islamic jihad. And he sent it to his board of directors of TIA, the Interfaith Alliance - Long Island. And he sent it to his board, Long Island. And on the board was an individual by the name of Habib, Habeeeeeeeb, Habib.
Watch it.
Ahmed. Habib Ahmed. He is the president-elect of the Islamic Center of Long Island. So now we got a couple of players in Long Island, and they conspired in the 7 deadly emails to suppress, indeed to stop Pamela Geller, the well-known writer, activist, counter-jihad spokesperson. They conspired to stop her from speaking at a synagogue. She's a Jewish woman. She's been invited to speak at the Great Neck Synagogue in Long Island. And she's speaking with Mr. Buckley. Mr. Buckley lost his son, Sergeant Buckley, in Afghanistan to green on blue, Afghanis killing Americans.
Right.
And Mr. Buckley is speaking with Pam at the Great Neck Synagogue on the 14th of April. And they're talking about Islamic jihad, Sharia, all the stuff that's relevant today.
Right.
Well, these 7 individuals, Muslim and leftists, that whole red-green alliance, the socialist red, the green Islam alliance.
Christmas colors.
Yeah, it's a Christmas time. Yes, Christmas time in Long Island. Well, they conspired, and we exposed that, and we're doing more work on it, and we may even have one of the positive principles on the show next week. It's the 14th, Sunday night, the 14th of April. That's when Pamela Geller and Mr. Buckley are speaking at the Great Neck Synagogue. But I just got an email from an organization, I've seen their name around. The organization is called Jewish Voice for Peace.
Okay, first of all, I have to say that any organization usually that has peace in its title is anything but peaceful.
Right,
Same as any country that has democratic
Yes.
in their name isn't
a
democracy.
The Consolidated Democratic Republic of...
The Democratic Republic of the Congo isn't.
Anybody know anything about this Jewish Voice for Peace organization?
How about Schmucky?
Schmucky?
Well, it sounds like they're Jewish and it sounds like they're for peace, so it must be good. Right?
I guess so. I mean, it's right there. Dear somebody. And I'm going to read you the email. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe we can place a call to these folks and see how they're doing today. During the Passover season, this is a letter from Jewish Voice for Peace to somebody regarding Pamela Geller. Dear blank, during this Passover, what a great way to start a letter. During this Passover season, in which we celebrate.
That already doesn't sound Jewish, by the way. Yeah.
During this Passover season, well, these are the marketing
I
companies.
didn't know it was a season.
Exactly.
During this Passover season, in which we celebrate freedom from slavery and oppression, hatred is coming to our community. Oh, what a great sentence that is. So, it's Passover season. We're celebrating freedom, slavery, but oppression and hatred is coming to our community.
Right.
On April 14th,
But
the
we
great
can't have freedom of speech when we're celebrating freedom.
No freedom of speech.
No.
On April 14th, the Great Neck Synagogue is hosting Pamela Geller, founder of Stop Islamization of America and the American Freedom Defense Initiative, both designated as hate groups by the Southern Poverty Law Center. That's a fun
I wonder how
group.
they got that ranking.
Yeah.
Because she's hateful.
You know what? We may have to peek into the Southern Poverty Law Center somewhere down the road. How about
I think
that?
we should.
Okay.
I don't think they suffer from poverty.
No, they have an endowment of about $250 million with a B.
Yeah.
$250 million with
Yeah.
a B.
And what do they actually do?
Well, we'll let everybody know down the road what the Southern Poverty Law Center does, as in one of our exposés, maybe, who knows. Geller, along with our organizations, are infamous for equating Islam with terrorism. My, how would you ever put those two together?
I can't imagine.
And their transit ads describing Muslims as savages. Now, the ad is right here.
Yeah.
It says, in any war between the civilized man and the savage,
support the civilized man. I didn't see Muslim anywhere there.
Support Israel, defeat jihad.
Yeah.
So
That is so hateful.
Hateful. Supporting civilized people.
yeah, that's good. That's good
And
advertising.
she
good
had a good long
promotion.
battle to get those ads
Yeah,
from
big
being
legal
taken
battle.
down on the subways.
As Jews, we remember what happens when a minority is singled out. Now they're going out to the Holocaust here. As Jews, we remember what happens when a minority is singled out. We won't stand by while our Muslim family and friends and allies are vilified. Well, are these people serious?
I think they're delirious.
I didn't know my Jewish brethren had Muslim family.
They hired somebody to write these letters for them. We can't watch as our religious institutions amplify the voices which seek to divide us. Now they're going after the synagogue. The willingness of the Great Neck Synagogue to welcome rather than condemn Pamela Geller, who promotes bigotry and racism, is an affront to our values and has no place in the world we are creating for ourselves and our children. Somewhere in this email is going to be, can you give us some money?
Yeah.
We're calling out to our supporters in Nassau County and Long Island, generally to reach out to the Great Neck Synagogue and ask them not to host Pamela Geller. Please call the Great Neck Synagogue. They give you the address. They have some emails. Ask them to stand up against Islamophobia by withdrawing their invitation to Pamela Geller. And then they have like rules. Please keep the tone of your conversation civil and polite. And please let us know if you made a call or sent an email by dropping us a note at NewYorkJewishVoiceForPeace.org.
Which is located in Oakland, California.
We also welcome your ideas of. We also welcome ideas of other Jewish institutions that may be willing to use their influence with the Great Neck Synagogue to urge it to cancel this event. We're reaching out to Muslim, interfaith, and Jewish groups on Long Island. Hey, what about us Christians on Long Island? And we'll keep you informed on other responses that we have prepared. In solidarity, Amy Helfant, JVP New York, on behalf of the Jews Against Islamophobia Coalition, Jews Say No, Jews for Radical Economic Justice, Jewish Voice for Peace.
Where can I sign up?
Oh, my word.
Oh, wait,
Racial
I can donate,
and
too.
economic justice.
Yes. All right. Well, let's do this. I have my little phone here. Let's give these folks a call. And we're going to call the Jewish Voice for Peace. The only number they have here is, let's see, 510. Yes, this is in Oakland.
Yeah. So they should be back from lunch.
Yeah, well, they're,
I'm sure they're not closed for maybe they're closed for Passover.
Oh, yeah, imagine that. I doubt that. And, well, they're sending emails out. But also,
What's the date on it?
they're so concerned about...
Oh, no, they sent it today. No, I don't know when they sent that original email out.
Well, we'll check them out.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody can find the Jewish Voice for Peace number in New York. We can call them in New York, too. But these
Well, it's
California
after
guys-
5, though.
well, they're working late. They're for peace and
They're
justice.
working on overtime.
It's peace and justice. They're never off. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can put this thing on the air here. Lawrence Goldfarb, you're going to speak?
I would love to speak with them. This is very important.
How are we gonna get this on the air? Can you hear this?
Yeah, I don't know actually. It should be.
Afternoon, Jewish Voice for Peace. This is Liz. Can I help you?
Yeah, Liz. This is Tom Trento calling for Lawrence Goldfarb regarding the event at the Great Neck Synagogue in Long Island. Can you speak with Lawrence for me?
We don't have a Lawrence Goldfarb.
Oh no, I'm calling on behalf of
okay.
Lawrence. He's here. Hang on, I'll let him speak to you.
Okay.
Yes, hello. What was your name, please?
This is Liz Ingenthrow.
Hi,
Jewish
Liz.
Voice for Peace in Oakland, California.
Oh, Liz, thank you. I just got an email. I just got an email.
Okay.
And I was told that I'm just very concerned. What can we do to keep this evil woman out of the synagogue? I, as a Jew, cannot believe that Jews would allow a Jewish woman to speak about Muslims.
So you're upset about the speaker that we're promoting?
No. You're upset about the speaker, which has then gotten me upset about the speaker. It's Pamela Geller, the she-devil.
Oh, Pamela Geller.
Yes, Pamela Geller. What can I do to prevent this atrocity?
Okay. I haven't seen this email. Let me see if I can find the email that you're looking at.
Oh,
Can you hold on a
please.
sec? Okay, thanks.
You could talk for a minute. They're finding someone
Yeah.
for me that knows what they're talking about.
Okay, now
Looks like a ventriloquist.
looks like
Who's the dummy?
we're trying to get some information from this woman here, and I don't know how it's going. They don't know what's going on.
We're on mute while you're waiting.
Now let her hear the whole thing. I'm going to talk to her anyway, and I'll talk to her now. Let me talk to her.
I'm on hold. They're finding someone for me.
Okay.
That knows
Yeah,
the
keep it
email.
on mute while she's until she comes back, though. Oh my gosh, you guys have to go to this website, jewishvoiceforpeace.org.
Oh, this is their website.
Yeah,
We may have to. I'll tell you about that.
they promote divestment from Israel on campus and for businesses. Jewish and Proud and AIPAC does not speak for me. Apartheid, okay to say in Israel, but
This
forbidden
is the
in the
same
U.S.
group. This is the same group.
This is the same group that sent out the email.
All right. Well, I don't know. She's running around looking for this thing, but their name is on it. They have no idea what's going on.
Obama letter, U.S. aid to Israel should comply with the law.
So it's a total.
They
Hard.
protest the Simon
Hang on, hang
Wiesenthal.
Yes. Hello. Yes.
Hi. Yes. So to find out more and what can be done, I can give you an email address for the New York chapter of Jewish Voice for Peace, and they're going to be able to provide more information. They're the ones organizing for that.
And would you have a phone number for me, please?
We don't have a phone number for them.
You don't have a phone?
No.
Do you send smoke signals like the Vatican?
I guess we could try. Yeah, sorry.
Then I'll take the email.
Okay. It's New York, spelled out Neywork,
At?
at jewishvoiceforpeace.org.
And what type of organization is this? This is the first I've heard of you, and the email was very startling.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Jewish Voice for Peace?
Yes.
Well, you could check us out at jewishvoiceforpeace.org. We're a nonprofit that is organizing to campaign for justice in Israel-Palestine.
I'm surprised you're working on Passover.
Oh, yeah. We did take Monday off, but we're working.
I got it. And are you a pro-Israeli organization?
Well, we don't really say pro-Israeli or pro-Palestinian. We're pro-human rights for both sides.
Yes, I like humans and their rights as well. I will look further into this, and thank you for making me aware of the she-devil visiting my neighborhood.
Thank you. Thanks for your interest.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, bye-bye. What dopes.
Okay.
What we'll do is we'll call the New York one. See, these people need to be absolutely ridiculed. Their positions are absurd. What do you have for their positions, CJ? Let's look at
They
some.
protest the Simon Wiesenthal Center.
You got to be kidding.
No, they don't. AIPAC does not speak for them. They want TIAA CREF to divest from the occupation. They want divestment on campus.
So do the UUs.
Yeah,
They
well, they're the same. They're all working
Jewish
together.
and proud, and AIPAC does not speak for me. Most Jewish Americans are pro-Israel. AIPAC isn't. Apartheid. Okay to say
AIPAC
in
is not-
Israel, but forbidden in the U.S.
AIPAC is not pro-Israel. You don't have the little IVGA thing on your computer, right? To
The
bring that
what?
up. Just show it on the screen what you're looking at.
No, I'm sure I don't. Obama letter. USA to Israel should comply with the law. I didn't know that.
Excuse me, but did that woman say that they're not necessarily pro-Israel?
Yeah, she waffled on that.
Yeah.
But here's what it showed to me. At 22 minutes after 5 o'clock, Tom Trento here, your host of TrentoVision, and we just placed the call to Jewish Voices for Peace. Is that the name of this thing?
JewishVoiceForPeace.org.
JewishVoiceForPeace.org. Hardcore leftist, looks like a lot of Marxist stuff in there, doctrinaire Marxist philosophy. And they are coming out
They
hardcore.
bill themselves as a San Francisco Bay Area grassroots organization dedicated to the rights of Jews, Palestinians, and all peoples in the Middle East. They believe the conflict won't end until Israel, what does Israel have to do? I guess cease to exist.
Oh, I
That's-
can't wait for that. I love this Jewish Voice for Peace.
That's just like the other Oakland organization called the
Oh,
Symbionese Liberation Alliance.
It's Oakland, the Bay Area. It's totally,
Yeah.
they're whacked out. But all this looks like more and more is, and I've heard their name thrown about here and there. And whenever, I speak, I hear this in front of Alan Bergstein or one of our Zionist friends. They go,
Right.
oh my God, those people. So it looks like they're just a front for raising money. And maybe, there's Saudi money there. Whenever you see these sort of ridiculous Jewish groups, you got to always track back to see if there's any Saudi money through, 5 different nonprofits going into their coffers to be a wedge organization. But the fact is, they're coming out after Pamela Geller, after the Great Neck Synagogue. So we're involved, okay? We're the ones who outed the 7 deadly emails. These people want to come up against free speech. They come up against us. And that's the first maybe of many phone calls. And
One of their featured articles on their front page is Jewish Voice for Peace condemns new wave of Islamophobic ads.
yeah, that's Pamela's
So
stuff.
they're specifically going after Pamela Geller for the work that she was doing in San Francisco.
Well, let me tell all you people watching out there from Nassau County, Long Island, on the 14th, when you have your event, which is now becoming a national event, nationally promoted event, We should go up. You guys want to take a road trip? Go to Long Island?
Do we have to travel in the same car?
Yes, we would have to.
Uh-oh.
Yes. We can take the TrentoVision jet.
Yeah.
We can take that. And that's leaving in about 2 years, I think.
I have a 96 Astro van.
Astro van, we can do that.
Oh my God.
I have a magic carpet, but it only seats two.
You take CJ, okay. For all of you who
I
are
can't ride with him because then I would be riding with a dozen people.
a
in the
dozen
same,
different people,
yeah.
you don't know who it would be.
Yeah.
All of our friends up there and everybody interested in going, I guarantee you, we're in the activism business. We've been doing this a long time. Guarantee you, protests outside of Great Neck Synagogue. These people will be there. They're like 90-year-old ladies. They'll have signs that'll be.
No, they're gonna be younger.
Code pink,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're gonna be code pink types. Hemp wearing, salmon sucking, tree huggers.
And don't be
Lesbian,
surprised.
gay, bi, transgender, loving.
Yep. Don't be surprised if President Obama comes there shooting some hoops, just spending some spare time. But if Al Sharpton shows up, it's not too far from his part of the hood. So he may show up there, whatever. I mean, he's been a little quiet lately. And, there's going to be some two-bit loser Muslim imams. Maybe that guy from the Brooklyn Mosque, Shabiz, I think his name was, that we busted during the Muslim Day parade in New York City. You have that up by any chance? Can you play that?
What year was it?
See if you can find it.
2012.
2012, September. That's the one where he's calling for, it fits this perfectly. He's calling for the United Nations to write blasphemy laws against Pamela Geller, against Frank Gaffney, against myself, against all of us. And here,
Right.
anybody critical of Islam or of Muhammad, he calls on Muslim Day, the parade, for laws against that. This is essentially what these people are doing.
And, according to Islam, blasphemy isn't just saying something specifically against Muhammad or Islam. It's blasphemy just to say anything that could be offensive to a Muslim.
Absolutely. So be careful.
Yeah, yes, we know that. At 27 minutes past 5 o'clock on our new clock. How you like that new clock?
I think it's very spiffy.
It's not quite synced with theirs, and it's a minute off from NN, WNN.
It's a Jewish clock. It's 5:27, give or take a minute.
Give or take a minute. So, but the temperature has come down in here from a
It's a rumor.
cool, sultry 91 to just 83.
It's a rumor.
Well,
That's because the
that's-
fan is blowing right on
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's it. But this is Tom Trento, your host, TrentoVision, TrentoVision.tv. That's on the internet side to watch. And if you want to just listen, then you're listening to WNN 1470. Be sure every morning to listen to Steve Kane and Brian Craig 6 to 9 in the mornings. Right now, we got to show you this. Last September, we took a road trip to the United West. The United West is our counterterrorism organization, our sister organization. Our job there is to defend the United States Constitution, defend the State of Israel, defeat Islam, fight the Muslim Brotherhood, expose the Brotherhood, and expose President Obama in his national security failures. That's our work on the United West side. We've been doing it for a long time. We do a lot of road trips. We go to the point of trouble. We go into the mosques. We go into the Islamic conferences. We go to Muslim Day events. We went to the New York Muslim Day event last September. We watched the New York Police Department
Oh, gosh.
lead the parade.
Oh, my gosh.
In the parade was the black flag of Al-Qaeda.
Yeah.
This is how stupid. And New York's counterterrorism squad is phenomenal. They're one of the best in the world. But the beat cops are uninformed, ill-informed on the jihad.
Well, they're not allowed to be informed.
No longer. And Ray Kelly's a great guy.
That's because Rudy Giuliani isn't in
He's not
charge
there.
anymore.
But the black flag of Al-Qaeda was going down the street.
That's called a clue.
Yeah, a little bit of a clue. And then the Grand Marshal was there and all the various marshals. They're at the front of the parade. Then they go down Madison Avenue down to the end. And they had a riser set up, a stage set up, and then they start giving their speeches. And this was the 25th, I believe, of September about 2 weeks after that goofy video came out, Innocence of Muhammad.
Innocence of Muslims.
Of Muslims? Why do I say Muhammad all the
I
time?
don't know.
Innocence of Muslims.
Because you have to say P-by if you do that.
Oh, that's right. And, you know, the Muslims went fanatical around the world, Benghazi, Egypt. Well, we want you to listen to this one imam who calls for blasphemy laws. Now, for those of you listening on the radio, it's a little hard to understand. He speaks in a kind of a broken English. We have captions on the screen for those of you watching, but you are going to be shocked, to say the least. Short video. And right after him, this very attractive, very articulate, very artsy young lady comes up and reads this 15-minute, doesn't read, she memorized and recited this kind of rap, melodic, operatic poem. And there was so much of it in it that was just vile. We pulled out a couple of pieces. We'll let you hear it and read it. But here's how all of this connects to the Geller conspiracy. These folks in September were trying to shut people up who were critical of Islam. These were the moderate Muslims in New York. These were not the extremists or the jihadis. These were moderate Muslim business leaders, doctors, lawyers, educators. And they're all up there yelling for a change to the First Amendment, elevate the Prophet Muhammad to the point of requiring blasphemy laws. This is offensive to any American. It ought to be. I guarantee you, Jewish Voice for Peace probably says, well, you know, they may have a good idea.
Right.
Watch this video. And
Because you're only allowed to offend Christians.
Yeah, that's true. Watch this little video. This is amazing.
We all Muslims. This Muslim Day parade is based on one principle, one nara, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasul. When we say that, we will die for the cause that La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah prevail.
Allahu Akbar.
Now they're praying in the street. They shut the street down and they're praying.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu
Black
There's the black flag of jihad.
that flew over the captured embassies in Egypt and Libya in September 2012.
The black flag is flying with the American flag.
It's the Islamic Center of Long Island.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh no way! Replay that. Hurry up.
Back it up.
This is not the video. This is not the video I was looking for, because
This
we
is
made two
better.
of them. This is
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me!
No, back it up.
Play this thing back.
So what are your
This is the Islamic Center.
Of Long Island.
Oh, my
has-
God,
they're
they're
marching
dead.
In the parade.
They are
Big
dead.
flag.
Right there.
Oh my
There it is.
God!
Back
Look
it
at
up a
that.
little bit. Back it up a few seconds.
It is. I see it. Islamic
Yeah.
Center of Long Island. Oh my
and what
word!
does it say underneath there?
They were flying the black flag of Al Qaeda, the Islamic Center of Long Island. Somebody was with them that was carrying it.
Yeah.
There it is. See it right there, right next
Yeah.
to the U.S. flag, and it looks like the Marine Corps flag.
And what a coincidence! That's who's going
Oh, my-
after
hey, Mark,
Pamela Geller.
Is that the U.S. flag?
Desecrated U.S. flag.
Yeah, that's
It's a desecrated U.S. flag. They're flying the U.S. flag,
Oh, this-
and
this- the
instead
plot
of
distinctive.
they've got the stripes, but instead of the stars, they have an Islamic crescent.
It's pretty, no?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Good eye, CJ.
I'm glad I was watching that for a
No,
change.
go back to that thing.
Go back, yeah.
I just got an email.
Yeah.
Somebody likes your new do.
What?
They go, I like CJ's new do. So your hairdo, I guess.
Oh.
But go back to that thing. This is crazy. No, seriously. Islamic Center of Long Island. Okay. They were, now I want you to continue playing this. It has Imam Shabiz, right? I think it does.
It should.
Okay. If not, go find the other
They
one.
have, they have
they're all
the
connected.
Islamic crescent
Go back to-
replacing the stars of the U.S.
Okay,
flag.
so
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll look for it, okay? Just talk amongst
no,
yourselves.
play that.
Keep it going?
Yeah,
Keep
continue
going,
that. I
yeah,
think we
continue
stuck
that.
the Imam in this. All right, here we go. Islamic Center of Long Island.
The crowd is chanting the same.
So, what are your thoughts on the parade?
I have none.
You have none?
Interesting to watch.
I'm afraid of them.
Interesting to watch.
Oh, you didn't see the flag that was flying on top of our embassy in Egypt and Libya coming down the street? No?
These are two businessmen.
comment?
They don't want to say a word. They don't know what's going on. Here's a woman carrying the flag, all in a niqab, Puerto Rican.
This has been a very interesting day.
So what is your flag?
It says there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is a slave and messenger. La ilaha illallah and Muhammad Rasulullah.
There's no God but Allah and Muhammad is a slave and messenger. That's what her flag says.
Now, wasn't that the flag that was flying over the Libyan embassy?
This is the flag that has been flying since the time of Muhammad.
So, what's the name of this flag?
Kalima,
Kalima? What does that mean in English?
the words. It's like the oath of Islam. This is the flag of Islam.
Okay. All right. What's your name?
Nawal,
Noel?
Nawal, Nawal.
Thank
Easy
you.
to understand her. She took the mask off her face.
No, she's got a full burqa on, speaking through a full burqa, carrying the Al-Qaeda
Black
flag.
flag of
Oh, that's
jihadi
not a flag.
conquest flying freely in the streets of New York City is a personal insult to every man, woman, and child in America
Do we
who
have a
remembers
missionary?
and survived 9/11.
It's Alan.
Yeah, of course we do. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could say.
All right, here we go. Listen.
Imam Shabazz demand the UN make international protections for Islam.
Now listen to this. This is a video we shot in September.
I again demand to the United Nations on this platform, please make an international law for the protection of honor of our beloved Prophet, for the protection of and all prophets, for the protection of honor of all divine books. So takbir. Everybody raise your hand. Takbir. 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 Risalat. 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 Islam. Islam. Islam.
That's
Why
the
is he
Hitler.
doing the Hitler
That's the
thing?
Hitler
When
thing,
they're
man.
saying
It was
Islam.
amazing.
All right, listen to this. Listen to this lady.
Refugee camps are housed by Zionist Nazis.
Zionist
they will thank
Nazis.
you because we surrender to no man. We carry unborn martyrs in our wombs and drop bombs in here.
Watch carefully as New York Democrat State Senator Tony Avella is offended.
All right, we're down to an hour show. Get cracking on some other material.
No, this is watch
Want to
because
see Tony Avella?
yeah, we're gonna dig into this Islamic Center. This is a new find.
And storms off the stage before he is even scheduled to speak.
He hears the wacky
Because no matter how many amendments are in the U.S. Constitution, you can't amend genocide.
Tony Avella,
and give life
senators,
back to the
leaving
dead.
the stage now after listening
This
to all
is
this
the cause,
hate. Talk
and
about
this
hate.
is the consequence. This is the one who you should not fear. This is the Muslim. This is the Muslim. This is the Muslim.
This offensive picture of the black flag of jihad flying over our White House was taken from page 10 of the 2012 Muslim Day Parade
Freeze it,
program
freeze it.
where this video was
We
shot.
picked up the program for Muslim Day New York 2012.
Yeah.
We're thumbing through the program. Throw that picture back up.
Yeah.
This is in now the program is about 50 pages. It's got doctors and lawyers, Muslims and this and their businesses, and you know you buy all the ads to support the program. It's got a whole bunch of stuff, and then it's got a story of Islam, the future of America, and it talks about Islam taking over America in the Muslim Day Parade that was sanctioned by the New
America.
York
Yeah.
City Police Department, led by the Islamic Center. You talk about an influence operation by the Brotherhood.
This is fantastic.
You people in New York better wake up. You got problems up there, man.
Yeah.
Shoo.
Good grief.
Okay, enough of that craziness.
Unbelievable. I'm so happy.
What are you happy about, Imam Abdul? I fool you, you fool me?
Well, I get happy every time I see the black flag of Al-Qaeda flying over the White House. Give me a little tingle up my leg like a Chris Matthews.
Okay. Well, Mark called in. He said the flag that looked desecrated with the crescent and everything,
Yeah.
it's actually the flag of Malaysia.
Which is a Muslim nation.
Yeah, but it's not an American flag. We thought the U.S. flag was being desecrated, but it's sort of a ripoff of the U.S. flag, but it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't manufactured.
Thanks, Malaysia. Thanks for doing that for us.
So we stand corrected on the.
Thank you,
desecration.
Chubby CJ, for clarifying.
Otherwise, it was a perfect parade. Otherwise, the parade was perfect. There's nothing wrong with that parade.
Well, I did not see any Israeli flags burnt. That would have been really perfect.
Yes, that would have been. All right. Well, we have a lot of work to do on this Islamic Center deal.
Are you going to see the She-Devil?
You know, let's see. Airfare for 5, driving in a car 5, 24 hours.
We can't drive. Yeah, we can't drive in the car to
Driving
get
in a
up
car
there.
for 24
Yeah.
hours. If we all jam into Mike's van.
I think we should definitely do the van thing and do like a Partridge Family. We'll put CJ and Mark in the back together.
Oh, okay.
And I can picture this already. We'll do live road trip. We'll do a live road trip.
We could broadcast.
Yeah.
We could stop off at the Islamic Center in Virginia that has produced so many terrorists, no?
At Dar al Hijra in
Oh,
Fairfax.
very
Anwar
nice.
al-Awlaki used to be the Pope, the Pope of that place. All right, well, let's go to the material for today. That was all.
We don't have any material.
That was
for
all
today.
finding that, when we started showing Imam Shabazz, the crazy guy, I said to Mark, we got to see if the Islamic Center was involved in that. It's a short trip, I said. We're in Manhattan and Long Island, a short little ride. And you come back and you find...
What eyeballs on that CJ, no?
Yes. Those are good eyeballs.
Are those magic glasses?
I'll never tell.
All right, in any event, thank you.
Actually, I don't need them to see. They're a prop.
Thank you, Jewish Voice for Peace, for your very
Thank you
principled
for inspiring us.
and your systemic insanity that allows us to laugh and have a little fun while we're trying to do serious stuff here. But let's take a look at. Let me read this for you. If you can come to my screen, Mike.
You never actually dropped it into the computer.
No, how about the IGBCG?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, how about
Yeah.
right now? How about that right now?
Still not in.
We've got nothing for you.
No, it's coming.
Wait, no, there
It's
we go.
coming. It's coming.
Where are you going?
Oh, no.
To the in fight. All right, now 43 minutes past 5 o'clock.
That is terrible where the time goes.
Yeah, this 1 hour show stuff. I don't know.
I do not like this at all.
But we're used to 3 hours. We're used to digging deeply. But I thought I would, on this second day of April, just read a little motivational something here. O Allah. O Allah, make them and their weaponry a booty for the mujahideen. You are our support. You are our only victor. By your order we attack. By your order we retreat, and by your order we fight. O Allah, the sky is yours, the earth is yours, the sea is yours. So whatever forces they have in the sky, drop them. Destroy all their forces in earth and sink all their forces in sea. O Allah, deal with them, for verily they can never disable you. O Allah, retaliate upon them. Afflict them like you did to Pharaoh and his nation. O Allah, defeat them, destroy them. O the all-strong, the almighty. Allahu Akbar, honor, power, and glory belong to Allah, his messenger, and his believers. But the hypocrites know not. Now watch this. Look at the picture that follows that little motivational speech. If you're looking on your screens at home, you'll see a soldier in looks like one of the big cargo planes, a C-130. It's the last page. A C-130 or even a C-5, the big airplanes.
Like where that imam was praying over the soldiers being
SEAL
returned
Team
to
6.
to the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see a soldier sitting down looking at his buddies, their caskets. And this, what I just read, is the concluding message for this jihadi piece of propaganda that we're going to just briefly show you. And it's called In Fight. Not in flight like on an airplane, but in fight, like we are in the fight. In Fight magazine. And it's, we'll show you right from the beginning. And what we're doing right now is we are connecting the dots as we did last week. That's what we do at the United West TrentoVision. We're basically saying that from the Islamic point of view, from the Muslim point of view, there is no geographic boundary on the globe. That's a misnomer and a miscalculation if your job is to analyze and understand the jihadi threat, the threat doctrine of Islam. The Ummah family, Arabic family, the Ummah, the connected family of 1.3 billion Muslims, supersede and suprasede physical, geographical boundaries. They're all interrelated. Very, very important point. So what is happening at a land 10,000 miles away, Afghanistan, on a daily basis, is not, from an Islamic point of view, unrelated to what's going to happen in Great Neck Synagogue on April 14th, Sunday, with Pamela Geller and Mr. Buckley. There's an absolute philosophical and geopolitical connection between the jihad being fought in Afghanistan with guns and the jihad being fought in Long Island with useful idiots like the Jewish Voice for Peace. However, Islam can insinuate its doctrine, implement its program, and overtake its enemy. That's what they do. Our work, TrentoVision on the communication side, the United West on the activism side, is to bust that whole thing up, to open it up and expose it for the evil that it is, and then awaken and mobilize people to say, not today, not here. It's hard work to do this, but we're going to show you what they use, they being the Ummah, in particular the Mujahideen, the holy fighters, Mujahideen in Afghanistan, to rally their troops.
Well, I wonder if the Jewish Voice for Peace, when they refer to their Muslim family, are referring to the Ummah.
You know, those people are too stupid, really, to even engage in a conversation, sadly. Because we'll try to have them on, and you've spoken to enough of them. I've spoken to enough of them. Soon as you connect two propositions, 2 points that have some sort of logical consistency, like the Mujahideen states in their documents that they want to kill all Jews everywhere, and American Muslims support the Mujahideen. Do you see a problem with that? Oh, you're haters. You just hate. You people hate. You're against abortion. You're against gay marriage. You're against everything.
Yeah.
You sound
So is
extremely
their Muslim family.
Islamophobic, Trento. Extremely Islamophobic.
Yeah, so then you really gotta duct tape them to a seat, and say, okay, we're gonna have a conversation for an hour. You're not going anywhere, and we're gonna try to make sense out of this. All right, this is retrospective. If you're driving in your automobiles at 48 minutes past 5 o'clock, we're showing you a document called Islamic Emirate in Afghanistan, In Fight. And it's a propaganda piece. And these guys don't fool around. How many pages?
I'm surprised at 227.
227
yeah,
pages.
but it's mostly pictures.
Yep. They have
because
mastered...
I don't think these guys can read.
Well, interesting
Well,
you should say that.
who's the audience for this? I think it's like crazy American and British converts.
Well, to
James Holmes.
To sketch out Afghanistan, there are 30 million people in Afghanistan. 30 million. It is a landlocked country, no water boundaries.
Usually that's what that means.
Yeah, usually that's what that means. It's been fighting wars for a very long time, and it is the general literacy rate is, if you got 10 people, 2 of them know how to read. If they're women,
None of
you
them
got
know how
10,
to read.
1 knows how to read. So the literacy rate is less than 2%.
That must prove that men are twice as smart as women, no?
Maybe.
They're not allowed to learn how to read.
Let's just by extrapolation. California is 33 million people. Afghanistan is 30 million. By extrapolation, that means that 28 million people or so, 25 million people in California can't read or write. Well, no, that doesn't. That's probably true. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to Florida by extrapolation. We got 19 million people in Florida. That would mean about 14 or 15 million people in the state of Florida. In the state of Florida, can't read or write. How do you, why are they, why do you think you're blowing up the schools? That's another problem. So when they put a publication like this together, they have a dual audience. They are, of the 227 pages, 220 of them are pictures. 7 of them are copy. And the copy is a fascinating journal of their fight each day against the enemy in Afghanistan from their perspective. So I know we're running down in time, but we'll just introduce this.
Can I ask a real quick question?
Yeah.
How do you vote if you can't read? Do they have pictures of
Pictures.
the candidate?
They
Yes.
have pictures.
Pictures of the candidates.
Yeah.
Yep.
And actually, you don't even have to be able to write your name.
No,
You
that's
just,
the purple thumbs.
That's
Remember all
the
that
purple
stuff?
thumbs, yeah.
All right, so this is number 51. They have 51 of these publications. This is March 2013. This is new. In flight. Imarit is the state of Afghanistan. They list right here. The last photo: losses of enemy aircraft 91. I don't think we lost 91 aircraft in Afghanistan in March, but that's what they say. Crimes of invaders in March of 2013, Quranic verses, but let's just get to the pictures. Now they start showing pictures. If you're driving in your car, we're showing pictures of U.S. soldiers that are either shot in the hospital, severely handicapped, or dead. And that's what this whole publication is. If you want to watch it tonight, go to TrentoVision.tv, archive it for today. You can pick it up at April 2nd. And the way they motivate their people is to show the impact that the Mujahideen, the Ummah, is having, killing wounded puppet soldiers and showing the ceremony of American soldiers. So what we'll do with this, because there's really a lot of good information here, we'll save this for tomorrow. We'll kick off or bring this piece in, barring the Jewish Voice for Peace calling us up and asking us questions. That would be interesting if they did that. But here's the deal. Let me connect all the dots right now. Then your thoughts, CJ. We have Pamela Geller out there as a brave woman going to speak. The Great Neck Synagogue, folks, is not over here. The Great Neck Synagogue is not going to tell her not to speak. I mean, that would be complete idiocy of, how would you call yourself Jewish if you caved in on something like this from these idiots? But
I don't know. Haven't we been censored by Jewish organizations before, and we almost didn't go on and speak at the last possible minute?
yes, that has happened.
Yes.
So I stand maybe corrected. But
Because you are Islamophobes.
But the connection that's important to make is the material we're showing you here from the fight in Afghanistan and the jihad against the West, against Jews, against Christians. And Imam Shabazz, who was walking down the Islamic Center of Long Island in the New York Muslim Day Parade, and the attack against Pamela Geller are all interrelated. This is the global jihad that most people don't believe exists, want to ignore once they understand it, and want to hide from it once they get a feel for it.
They don't see it when it's marching down the street in front of their houses, when they're waving the Al-Qaeda flag, walking down the street in front of their homes and businesses, and they still deny
God have mercy
that it's
on us.
happening.
God have mercy on us. That's all I could say.
I don't get it.
All right. Well, anyway, this is Tom Trento, CJ, Mike, Damon, Imam Abdullah, Schmutzy Putznick,
Schmucky
Lawrence
Putznick,
Goldfarb,
get it right.
and everybody else over there, and J. Mark Campbell. We're going to sign off right now. We'll be back tomorrow.
I thought we have more time today, no?
No.
I thought it was only 56 minutes after the hour.
Yeah, well, that's all. That's when. Oh, no, we do today.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
I'm so geared toward the 3-hour deal.
You
I'm looking
silly
at
man.
How much time do we have?
We can go to 59.
Oh,
Isn't that great? Yeah, okay.
This is fantastic. Please continue.
I only had 55 minutes of stuff.
Oh, he lies.
I have nothing else to
Just
say.
55 hours in his pocket.
I've got nothing else to say.
Let's see if there was anything in the chat real quick before we go.
Oh, I wanted to say that.
Yeah, we need to say
Tell them what
something
happened
about that.
yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday we pre-taped the show and then ran it at 5 o'clock, so we weren't sitting at our computers and laptops to monitor the chat while the show was running. So how are we going to fix that? How are we going to do that?
It's fixed today because.
It's fixed today because we're live.
Yeah. See, you're right. Live or Memorex. No, we're live right now. It's not live.
Yeah, we're
or
live.
Somebody's saying, is it live or Memorex?
Yeah.
That we Mark is away. Mark is our technician, our editor, what else?
He is our brain.
He's our brain. What else? He handles a lot here. He is packing up and moving somewhere to the bunker.
He is the monkey trainer as well.
He trains the capuchins that run the equipment. And we didn't want to risk our first show without him, so we pre-taped it, pre-recorded it, made sure everything was working. And we still have problems. Made sure everything was working, then we played it at 5 o'clock. But
right.
we may do some of that in the future. I don't know how we're going to handle the chat thing if we do that.
Yeah.
Because
I would hate to miss the chat.
I know. But we're going to figure out a way to make it work because from a technical point of view, if we pre-record the show, then we can put cool stuff in that we have for you to make it B-roll and all this other jazz that we can't put in.
We can make it look more professional, like professionals
like a real
are
show.
doing it. Yeah.
And
we can make it look like a real show.
But so we got to record it. It takes an hour, then about 3 hours of post-production work, and then you got a 4-hour program, 1 hour program that took 4 hours.
And
Plus
then we have to have wine and snacks and discuss how the show went.
Yes, and cigars. But that would 8 or 10 hours leading
See, right
up to
now
that.
I can't see you putting up your fingers.
So, I saw it 30. Okay. We got to move these lights. We got a lot to do. But you know what?
Yeah.
You'll hang with us. You love us. We love you. But right now we really do have to say
we really
goodbye.
do have to go
Yes,
now.
We really do have to say goodbye.
Yeah.
So happy trails, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Allah Akbar.
Thank you for visiting.
Inshallah. Take it easy. Signing off.